In what may be a shot in the arm for domestic drug makers but a setback for multinational pharma companies, Pharma Ministry favours mandatory prescription of generics by doctors, a suggestion made by the Standing Committee. In fact, in exclusive conversation with ET Now, even Health Minister Ghulam Nabi Azad has thrown his weight behind this recommendation.
Private hospitals, we can't impose the rules, but I will be too happy that even the private hospitals prescribe the generic drugs, because that is affordable, and there's no difference between the generic drugs and the patent drugs. They are the same. The salt is same. The efficacy is the same.
There are complaints of some shortage after the new drug pricing norms came into place. Are you aware of that? Do you think it could have a sort of a detrimental effect?
Well, I don't think we have any shortage of any medicine.
No shortage of essential drugs in the country.
There's no shortage of essential.
On the same point that FDI and brownfield pharmaceuticals, the Parliamentary Standing Committee.
No, we are always in favor of that brownfield pharmaceutical companies should not be sold it.
All right, Sriram, of course, joins in with more on the impact of that move. Sriram, which are the companies that will be beneficiaries of this, and which are the companies that could take a knock on account of this move?
Indeed, it will be a big shot in the arm for Indian generic drug makers, the likes of Cipla, Lupin, Ranbaxy, Glenmark, and a whole lot of others who are Indian drug makers who are really focused on making generic version of medicines. Now, a day after the Parliamentary Standing Committee proposed that the doctors here in India must only prescribe the generic name of a medicine and leave it to the patients to choose which brand or which company they would want to go to, two departments, the Ministry of Health under Ghulam Nabi Azad and the Department of Pharmaceuticals under Shrikant Jena, both of them, sources from both these ministries have indicated that they are fully behind this proposal and they want to get this implemented as soon as possible. And this would really be a big benefit for Indian generic drug makers. The logic behind the government throwing its weight completely behind this proposal, completely supporting this, is because both these departments believe that access to cheap medicines for the public at large is the top priority for the government. They want to take care of access and availability for people who cannot afford it, for more than people who can afford the patented drugs at a higher cost. And this will really be a big benefit for Indian generic drug makers, because it will really boost their sales, but it will surely leave a sour taste with the multinational drug corporations, and as a result of this, it might lead to some kind of diplomatic tussle between US and India, India and Europe, because this has been a big point of contention as far as multinational drug makers are concerned, especially since the Wwatch verdict from the Supreme Court, and they've been really crying foul over the protection of intellectual property here in India. And if this proposal to prescribe only generic medicines, it will really be a big blow for these multinational drug corporations.